This is going to be the toughest battle yet. And Ferrari, their pace is very, very good at the moment, so the challenge is going to be harder than ever.
I think overall the car is still strong, it feels good. I think we've been exploring obviously a lot of things since day one.
The car feels comfortable. From day one the balance is pretty nice.
Lewis Hamilton is going for a 6th consecutive pole here at Albon Park. Can he make it as he crosses the line now? And he does! He starts the Australian Grand Prix from the #1 spot once again.
Surprise. 7/10s is a handful, so...
It's lights out and away we go. Bottas gets away well. He's alongside Lewis Hamilton and he's making good progress. And there back is Daniel Ricciardo losing his front wing going into turn 1. Bottas ahead of Hamilton. Vettel ahead of Leclerc. Verstappen going around the outside. There's carnage in the midfield. A puff of smoke there from Carlos Sainz. He's refreshed himself over the winter after a disappointing end to the campaign. But when he sees the checkered flag, he knows that he's the #1 in Albon Park today. It's Valtteri Bottas who wins the Australian Grand Prix.
How about that? Yeah! Well, that's payback from last year, Valtteri.
Glad I got to the lead and got to show what I had, and I truly just enjoyed it. It was all kind of under control. I had good feeling of the both tire compounds, what I needed to do with them to optimize them, get most out of them.
Why are we so slow?
We don't know at the moment.
Not sure why. I was wondering why I was so slow, so yeah, haven't got an answer yet.
And do you think Ferrari can recover quickly from this, though? You're more optimistic for Bahrain?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long year. Obviously, now we need to get back and understand, you know, read all the feedback again, go through everything that we collected and see what we can do and come up with in the next 2 weeks.
The 99th driver to take pole position. The second youngest pole sitter ever in Formula One. Such a big night. It's Charles Leclerc leading us off. What happens from here on in? It's lights out, away we're going. It is Sebastian Vettel out in the lead from Charles Leclerc. Leclerc gets a little bit squeezed. Sebastian Vettel leads from Leclerc from Bottas.
Well, I struggled with grip overall, especially the first in on the soft tire was really poor. So.
Look how Leclerc is gaining on Vettel, passing Vettel, into the lead goes Charles Leclerc, but has he gone too deep? Has he gone too deep? No, just gets back onto the racing line ahead of his teammates.
And now it's Vettel who'll get the DRS down into turn 4. This is a proper race.
Hamilton goes round the long way, round the outside once again. He's off the track once again, and Sebastian Vettel's lost it. Coming out of turn 4, Lewis Hamilton gets past.
Tricky day, and then obviously losing a lot of ground with the spin. I need to have a look again, but I lost the rear quite quickly and got surprised. Obviously, after that, yeah, it was very, very tricky.
Man, that's what I live for, dude. You're alongside a multiple world champion, and it's kind of decisive win or lose. And
ambition well ahead of adhesion.
There's something strange with the engine.
Okay, copy that. We are checking it.
There's something strange with the engine.
Oh no, I hope not.
Leclerc's a sitting duck.
So Lewis Hamilton down towards the final corner takes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Then we were just slow, so it's a shame today. It's like this, it's part of motorsport. Sometimes it's just not your day, and today it was not ours.
He's still in the top three, but only just at the moment as Valtteri Bottas now passes him. Lewis Hamilton wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas comes home in second place. Charles Leclerc gets his first podium in Formula One.
Well guys, that was extremely unfortunate for Charles. He drove such a great race. We've got work to do to try and keep these guys in our tails.
As all the team is disappointed, I am also. But on the other hand, they have gave me an amazing car all weekend long. It's life, it happens and we'll come back stronger.
Lewis Hamilton winning the Chinese Grand Prix. What a start to the season it has been for Mercedes.
That was a hard hit.
It is Charles Leclerc into the barrier. It's Baku in the game, but who is going to win the game? And it's lights out, and away we go. Hamilton gets a mega start, and Valtteri Bottas under pressure already.
You had to fight for it today.
Yeah, definitely had to. There was Lewis putting a bit of pressure behind.
Bottas has that lead, but his teammate is harrying all the way down towards turn 3. It's Bottas from Hamilton, Vettel, Perez, Verstappen, and then Lando Norris. Great start from Norris, brilliant start from Hamilton, but Bottas kept him at bay. It's going to be another 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz. Valtteri Bottas wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and that makes up for the pain and anguish of 12 months ago.
How disappointed are you that 4 races in, it's been 4 Mercedes 1-2s, given all of the promise? Wow, I mean, I thought we were expecting, we were so hoping after practice.
So boring. It's not just 4 races, it's been, 4 years? But I'm confident, I believe in this team, and I know we can improve.
As we were 4 races into the season, we've seen some teams rise and some teams fall. Ferrari looked like the team to beat in winter testing, but it was a Mercedes car which won all of the season's first 4 races. The team from Maranello was obviously concerned, but Ferrari wasn't the only one who struggled at the start. Having had a miserable season in 2018, it wasn't looking to be any better at Williams either. Despite the reconstruction of the whole car during the winter, their car was lacking in pretty much all the areas.
The car state was far from optimal, but that's a reality, we cannot change it.
Green flag is being waved, so we're all ready. We're all set for the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, away we go, and Hamilton gets a very good start. He's wheel to wheel with Bottas already behind them, Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. It's Hamilton and Bottas wheel to wheel, and now Vettel joining in on the action as well. Into turn 1 we go, Vettel locks up, goes wide, Hamilton into the lead. Bottas gets through in second. Vettel is compromised by Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen ahead of Leclerc, and now Pierre Gasly going wide through turn 3. Lewis Hamilton wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and for the 5th time in a row, it's a Mercedes 1-2.
Without any doubt, the greatest legend of our sport, Niki Lauda, died just a few days before Monaco Grand Prix. Lauda is remembered as driver with greatest comeback in motorsport history, let alone his breathtaking speed and brutal honesty. The consequences of his death were very well shown at the team that is most remarkable for his career, Ferrari. They were struggling throughout the whole weekend.
Sorry for that.
This could be a situation where Sebastian Vettel knocks out his teammate in Q1 by a tenth of a second, and Charles Leclerc is knocked out in Q1. Lights out and away we go, and Hamilton gets away well through Massenet we go. Hamilton ahead of Bottas, Verstappen, Vettel, and then Daniel Ricciardo. Charles Leclerc gets past Lando Norris. The Ferrari has got through. The defence from Romain Grosjean didn't pay off.
Lewis needs this to rain.
And Max Verstappen has a 5-second time penalty for an unsafe release.
I don't know what you're thinking when you're keeping these tyres on, man. You need to hope for a miracle.
Mode 7, when you're ready, Max. Mode 7, to the end. Verstappen has been given more power.
He's going to have a go.
Is he going to send one?
Here goes Verstappen down the inside on Lewis Hamilton. They make contact.
Yeah, I tried to put pressure on Lewis. I tried once, we had a little touch. It's very difficult anyway under braking to look into your mirrors, which you anyway can't see a lot out. But luckily we could just continue without any damage.
Hamilton's now going to make it 3 victories around the streets of Monte Carlo. Hamilton wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
Give me tires for 68
Hamilton extends his advantage in pole position and now waits for the Ferrari challenge. Here comes Charles Leclerc, goes 3rd fastest, misses the front row. His teammates on the front row, his teammates on pole. It's pole in Canada for Sebastian Vettel, and boy oh boy, did this man need that right now. 70 laps ahead of us here in Montreal. It's lights out, away we go. Good start from Vettel and from Hamilton. Leclerc now comes up on the inside, and you've got Ricciardo ahead of Gasly and Bottas. Sebastian Vettel, I think, really for the first time this afternoon under pressure.
He's just gone very wide in turn 10 as Lewis Hamilton. That's cost him dearly.
I drove my heart out, you know, I tried everything. Obviously, Lewis had better pace. I think you could see that he was faster than us.
Oh, he's gone wide.
Sebastian Vettel goes wide, and Lewis Hamilton thought there was a gap. Has Vettel just got away with an error and preserved his lead in this Canadian Grand Prix?
Ultimately, the only way, you can't follow that well here, so the only way I could do is push him into an error, and he made one.
We've got a 5-second time penalty for unsafe re-entry. Head down, head down. We have Hamilton 3 seconds.
I had nowhere to go. Seriously, I had nowhere to go. I didn't see him.
Sebastian Vettel takes the checkered flag, but Lewis Hamilton wins the Canadian Grand Prix.
And then at the end, I just pushed to. I was trying to do it the right way, try to get close enough to overtake, but my tyres kind of went. I think keys were going off as well. But they were just so fast today, particularly on the straights, and that's really where I was struggling to keep up.
I think we crossed the line first, and I think we can be very proud of this weekend's achievement. Also with Charles being on the podium, I think overall it's been a great weekend. So it just feels a bit weird now, to be honest. Having done nothing wrong, not crossing the line first and not getting the winner's trophy.
No, guys, no, not like that. Not like that. No.
Audience pretty much agreed with Vettel. What disturbed fans the most was the inconsistency of the FIA stewards. They thought that the incident should have been ruled out as before, like here 3 years ago in Monaco. As Mercedes' dominance and penalty controversy weren't already hurting the sport enough, F1 arrived in France. The race described as the worst of the hybrid era made people give up on the sport. But oh boy, was this all about to change in period of just a single week, as F1 came in Austria.
It's lights out, away we go. Verstappen gets an awful start. He's already been bypassed by the 2 Mercedes, Norris and Raikkonen as well.
An awful start. It bogged down. I think he went into anti-stall.
Verstappen is going to send the Red Bull ring absolutely crazy if he can make this move. And out of turn 3, now he's got a very good chance indeed. There's 1 car length in it as Verstappen goes round the outside again, and this time before the corner arrives, Max Verstappen is up into the podium positions. Is Verstappen going to go down the inside? Yes, he is, under braking. Max Verstappen manages to clear Valtteri Bottas. He started second in Verstappen. He was down towards position 9 by the end of the first lap, and he is back up to second once again. They're on the verge here of getting the lead in the Austrian Grand Prix as Verstappen goes down the inside once again. He's wheel to wheel with Charles Leclerc, and Verstappen comes out still alongside that Ferrari.
He's got
down
DRS.
towards turn 4. Verstappen's got DRS once again. He's so close. He's wheel to wheel once again, but it is a very tricky part of the track to overtake if you're not ahead going into the braking zone. And fair play. Bravo, Charles Leclerc. That was great defending. Is he going to go inside or outside? Which way is Verstappen going to go here? DRS wide open, gaining on the Ferrari. Switches early, Verstappen. Late braking. Leclerc this time might just have to give way as he goes off the track. And when he comes back on, Max Verstappen has just sent Holland into raptures. He leads the Austrian Grand Prix. What a battle this has been. And on that occasion, Leclerc powerless to defend his lead. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victories in Formula One for Max Verstappen, and this, number 6, was very much the best. Verstappen wins the Austrian Grand Prix. As into the pits comes Charles Leclerc, and into the pits comes Max Verstappen. And look, they're now wheel to wheel down the pit lane, but Verstappen has actually got about a metre advantage, and they have swapped round in the pits. Has all the good work become undone as Verstappen tries to fight back and then sees Charles Leclerc swoop past him. He's been doing all the attacking on Leclerc, now he's defending. They do touch wheels as Charles Leclerc barges his way through.
But Leclerc is like, okay, I'll give up Austria, but if that's how we're going racing.
Sebastian Vettel's gone into Max Verstappen, and under braking, he just couldn't slow down, and Vettel and Verstappen come together.
He apologized. It's of course a shame that we collided, because we were definitely on our way to the podium. The car was working really well. But yeah.
Do you think justified that he got the penalty?
At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? You lost your race, basically.
Verstappen and you are going to just fight all the way. It's going to be your main career battle now.
Then be it. I mean, at the end, we are used to fight since karting. So yeah, cool to be fighting now in Formula 1.
Lewis Hamilton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 British Grand Prix wins.
He does it, fastest lap as well on the last lap.
All the crowd, thank you so much for all coming out. I appreciate you all, and to the team, thank you so much for the opportunity to be a part of this.
I lost power. Have a look.
Vettel is getting out of the car, and for the first time since Malaysia in 2017, he is out in Q1, and this one is his home Grand Prix as well. And Lewis Hamilton, last year's race winner, is on provisional pole, and it's not one, it's 2 Ferraris now out of qualifying.
Looking forward now to start from the back, and hopefully we'll have a very entertaining race. The weather might help us.
Lights out, and away we go. It's a tentative start for everybody, but Hamilton gets away well, as does Bottas into turn 2. Hamilton for Bottas, who's made up for the mistake. Oh, there's a spin. There's a spin. It's Sergio Perez. Perez is out of this race. Oh, that is Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, he's gone on to that. There we go. That's the skating rink.
Until then, pits for slick tyres. They're in the clouds of the gods now. If it doesn't rain, they're going to look very smart, and they'll get up to temperature eventually, as long as they don't fly off the road.
Leclerc has gone into the barriers at the penultimate turn. It was Sebastian Vettel last year. It's Charles Leclerc this year.
Oh, he had that tiny bit of understeer, and now it's just going to skate straight into the barriers.
Hamilton's gone off as well, but he's carried on.
Lost his front wing.
Yeah, coming in.
He's lost his front wing, hasn't he?
Our race leader now into the pits needs a new front wing. Back out onto the racetrack, Hamilton now down in 12th because he had to serve the 5-second penalty. And another car in the barriers at the final corner. Sliding out, that's Valtteri Bottas. Bottas is out of the race.
You can see the slightly damper track there, just enough to loosen off the heavily loaded left rear tyre, straight to the scene of the accident.
That's a tough one, I imagine. How do you see the day? Talk me through it. There are no words really.
Yeah, obviously extreme conditions, you know, very variable, and every lap was different. You know, sometimes on the slicks, sometimes in the inters, and yeah, in the end, you know, we were in a reasonable place. I was pushing hard for the podium, and I was told to push more, and so I did, and I went up.
And Verstappen then is first of the front runners to go with the slicks.
From fourth, Albon is all the way now down in seventh place and made that eighth as Sebastian Vettel gets past him as well. The foot is flat to the floor for Sebastian Vettel. Lance Stroll defends down the inside, goes very early to defend, but is powerless to defend. The speed of the Ferrari carries Sebastian Vettel past, and you're either wearing orange at Hockenheim or you're wearing red at Hockenheim, and it's the red fans that are absolutely loving that one. Danny Kvyat was in second place. Listen to the roar for Sebastian Vettel, 20th up to second. It is fireworks and flames for Max Verstappen, the winner of the German Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel from 20th to second, and keep the applause going for Danny Kvyat, a third podium in Formula One. Max Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel and Danny Kvyat were there to pick up the pieces, and everybody has a massive smile on their faces at the Hockenheim ring. What a race that was.
Through the last corner in front of his fans.
They sense something exciting here in Hungary this afternoon. Max Verstappen puts his Red Bull into the 1 minute 14.
Is a first-time pole sitter here in Hungary for Red Bull. Just a few days after recording that brilliant victory in Germany.
Yeah, that's so good, and of course then to come away with pole position, my first one as well. Yeah, it was very nice.
Hamilton is trying absolutely everything. Verstappen is defending for his life, but he is still under threat. And this time Hamilton goes round the outside at turn 4, goes off the track in doing so. Verstappen keeps his place out in front. They're going to put the medium on Lewis Hamilton as well, send him back and say, right, go catch Max Verstappen.
Has that caught Red Bull out? Has that caught them napping?
Hamilton chases down the main straight, pulls out to the right-hand side and makes his way round and into the lead. Mercedes strategy has got it right. Victory for Lewis Hamilton.
They rolled the dice and it worked them, unfortunately, but you drove your heart out today, so well done.
E2 was good, could have had a point.
What a drive, what a strategy. Well done, mate. That was an incredible drive.
And James, sorry, not a strategy. I'm grateful we did it. Oh man, that feels good.